Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our show. This evening's segment is all about what you need to know about business insurance. So there's some statistics that we have to share with you. So the business insurance trivia. Did you know that 75% of U.S. businesses are underinsured and 80% in the UK are underinsured? There's a study from 2015 by a company called Aviva, and they showed that 20% of small and medium-sized businesses were not confident that they had the correct coverage or enough coverage. After any kind of disaster, 40% of businesses do not reopen. And then according to the SBA, 90% of businesses fail within 2 years after a disaster. Tonight's guest is Bernie Narvaez. He comes to us as a licensed insurance agent. He specializes in business insurance. He's been serving in the industry since 2007. Previously, he served 6 years in the Marine Corps, so he's not a guy you want to mess around with. He co-founded a nonprofit doing business as Range Day for Veterans. The nonprofit actually brings veterans together in a social environment and helps strengthen bonds in the veteran community. And he serves on the Parks and Recreation Advisory Commission, as well as Napa County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Board. He enjoys traveling, sports, and finding new restaurants to enjoy with his lovely wife. So Bernie, welcome to our show. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
Tell us what business insurance is and why would we need it?
Well, business insurance, the reason you would need it is because as you build your business, you create value for yourself and for your family, and you want to find a means to protect that. Business insurance, you have risks that you face, and you protect yourself from those risks through proper business insurance.
Entities such as LLCs, C Corps, S Corps actually replace the need for insurance?
What those do is it separates you personally from your business entity, but it does not protect you from the risk exposure created by your business activities.
Do you yourself take out business insurance?
I do.
I guess you would know better than most business owners.
Well, I did have a fire several years ago.
Ooh.
And, when you were talking about the stats, it just kind of reminded me of that. My whole place burnt down and there was the water damage from the fire department. The insurance came in and helped.
Are there any specialty types of insurance that, say, some businesses might need and others would not?
Yes, you have, for example, a company that uses personal information. You want to have cyber liability. Crime coverage, it's a little broad, but if they're staffed by employee, it depends if it's against your business or a client. So in a package policy, like a business owner's policy, you have a lot of bells and whistles, if I may, that would cover those kind of crime policies. But cyber liability is somebody from the outside coming in, taking out information, or an employee inadvertently leaving information out that led to a leak.
That's something that would actually save them costs if they're buying a bundled policy as opposed to each of those individual items separately. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Instead of buying it separately, it gets classified into one policy and the rating tends to be better.
Okay. And there's a way to assess each individual business as to what their risks are, right?
Yeah.
That would dictate the type of insurance that they should consider?
Yes. So, for example, you take a restaurant, some companies rate it differently. Some is rated by square feet. Some of it rated by annual income. So it depends on the company that's going to provide the proposal.
Thank you for joining us tonight, and have a good evening.